Today I want to talk about this issue. The issue is recover binary search tree. And so this problem give a wrong binary search tree, and the wrong rules is it has two node has a wrong swiped by mistake. So I need to recover it for the normal binary search tree. So the problem is for the BST, it has a common use. Common use is the in order sequence is a increase array. So the pattern is like this. The normal BST, we can generate a in order increase such a sequence. So the wrong creation is for it has a two nodes, this node and this node, and the swipe by mistake. That means the last node locates the previous node. The node will be located, and the first node will be located the next node. Next, so the normal will be. So it will generate a two exception. This two exception is the previous node is more than the next node. So from this problem and the naive solution is I can generate the in order sequence and get the in order array and to traverse this array and to find which node is more than the next node and found the two exception operation and then swap as a normal increasing array. So the space complexity is O(n) because I use additional array to save all the elements. So I can improve the space complexity as a consistent space, and I only to use the in order method and to record the last thing node. And when I encounter the exception, and I will to check, I will to record the use the first and the second two elements to record the current exception node. And after the in order finished, and I will get the two exception node, and then I swap it gets the normal node. So it has a corner case. The corner case is like this, and the mistake node is a neighbor node. That means this two node and the node, this two node generate a decrease direction. For this case, and for this case, I think I also use the two additional first and second node can solve this problem, and I will to implement code to consider it. So right now the basic idea is to traverse this use in order to traverse this binary search tree. The in order is a DFS process and with recursion, and it's return the in order code framework is this way. First is recursion node, and the first corner case. Corner case is exist condition. If now, and I will return it, and the first in order the left tree, and the second last will in order the right tree. between the in-order right tree and the left tree, and I will handle the current node and the data. This handle will be will be handle the exception. For the exception, I will define a last thing, and also to use the two node to record the current exception node information. So I will to check if the last thing will be if the last thing is the previous node and the current node. So if the current node and the last thing value and that means I found the exception operation. So the first is now, and the first will be the first if I record this one, first is the last thing. And else first is last thing. Then I will to last thing will be update as a root current, and last thing every step I will to update the last thing, and the last thing should every step I will update the last thing, and the first is last thing, and else first and finished, and the second will be when I go the second will be generate, second is the root, second is a root, and so right now I found the first and second, and I think the first every step I can update the first and second. So last thing is a tree. I will set the last thing is a integer minimum value. Ensure that that condition always that condition refers the step always validate less than the current is first one to is less than more than last thing less than if the less than I will last thing will ensure it. So when I get the tree node, and I will to swipe the first node and the last node. First will be second will be TMP. So that is swap this two node to normal operation. First is now First is not. Except is from I got the wrong operation. Output is the first and I will count first well first and the second, whether I found my first and second value. First and second. First is 3 and the second is 1. First is 3 and second is 1. First will be changed, so I will change the value. Yeah, TMP is first. Yeah, and the second equals first where I only to change the value, not change the point. Second, yeah, and the second, yeah, equals the TMP. So that is a first one. And I will try more test case. Test case is one. Okay. I will update, submit it. And the basic idea is if I found the exception operation, and first I will check the first element. If the first element not record the first exception, and I will let the first to record it. For the second, or I will use second to update as the current element in this exception. It can be solve this corner case. And when I second will be the current element. And when I found the first exception, and I also use the second to record the current element, it can be solved this corner case, and it's not impact the general case. So I will submit my code. Yeah, that is my code, and I think this will be solve this problem. This problem can. I also need to think about this problem more deeper, and this is a recursion method, recursion solution, and the recursion solution can easily to traverse as a iteration solution, and use the stack to solve it. And the next video I will use stack to try implement it. Thanks for watching this video.